Welcome to Katlaw Truck Driving School's pre-trip training video series. This video is to assist you with preparing and studying for your pre-trip test on your CDL exam for the coupling system on the Class A vehicle. My apron is securely mounted, not cracked, bent or broken. There is no space between the skid plate and apron. Name this to the instructor. Fifth wheel skid plate, securely mounted to the platform, not cracked, bent or broken, no missing hardware, and it is well lubricated. The skid plate is lying flat against the apron. Locking jaws. Point to the locking jaws and say, the locking jaws are fully locked around the shank of the kingpin, and the kingpin is not bent, cracked, or damaged. Exterior coupling group. Pivot pin, safety pin, and cotter pin. They're securely mounted, present, and not damaged. Release arm. It is in the locked position, the safety latch in place, if so equipped. It's not bent, cracked, or damaged. Platform. My platform is securely mounted. There are no cracks or breaks in the platform structure as the platform supports the fifth wheel skid plate. There is no missing hardware. Locking pins. The locking pins are positioned properly to give clearance between the tractor and landing gear during turns, and the locking pins are fully engaged. There are no loose or missing parts. The release actuator is securely mounted, not bent, cracked, or damaged, and has no leaks. The airline for the actuator has no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and it is not leaking and is securely mounted. Mounting bolts. Securely mounted, none missing, same number on each side, and none are broken. There are no shiny threads that would indicate looseness or cross-threading. Air and electrical lines. All connections and couplings are securely mounted to the tractor and trailer with no missing hardware. The electrical box is securely mounted with no missing hardware. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. The locking latch secures the electrical line in place. The electrical line is not frayed or bare, and the service and supply air lines are not leaking and are not cracked or broken. The lines are not tangled and are supported above the catwalk with a free range of motion. The glad hand seals, they're in good condition, are not dry rotted, worn, or damaged, and are clean with no foreign objects lodged in them. The glad hands are properly installed in the locked position and have no leaks. Remember, it is always helpful to stand with an open body position, having the truck in front of you to one side and the examiner also to the front of you on the other side. This helps keep a clear line of sight and clear line of sound for the examiner to see what you're doing and hear what you're saying. Keep your focus moving between the items on the vehicle and the examiner as you name the items. Avoid burying your head in the truck in case you miss saying something or your speech gets lost in the vehicle. Speaking directly to the examiner with eye contact shows that you're confident with what you are saying. On the day, always be confident, be positive, polite, and professional. Remember, you've earned a spot there, so be ready and proud to show the examiner what you know. If the examiner sees you're enjoying yourself and being respectful, it makes everyone's day go well. It also reminds them you aren't nervous because you enjoy it and are well prepared. If there's something you need from them, either to clarify something or be in a better position to receive what you're sharing, ask them. This includes asking them to get into the truck, check the lights with you, and stand in a better position when necessary. Sometimes they may wait for you to tell them. Once they have given you directions, they're expecting you to lead and follow through with what that section has in the test. You don't need to say your pre-trip word for word exactly as it is said here in these videos, because you do have some freedom to commentate the pre-trip in your own words as you describe what you're looking for. However, the examiner is definitely listening for the correct keywords. If you can't remember the name of something, make your best attempt to describe it, and the examiner may still award the points. You do need to make sure that as many items as possible are covered, and especially any mandatory items. When describing what may be wrong with an item, or what needs to be correct and how the condition must be, remember to use your acronyms, as these can help you make sure that all considerations are mentioned to your examiner, and that all keywords in a description are covered. Also, for the same reason we group the 10 digits in our phone numbers into the groups of 3 or 4 digits, we can also do that with the 100+ items that you have to mention and memorize on the truck to make it easier to organize in our minds. It is easier to chunk them down into smaller groups based on their location and our ability to name several of them from a given position. If, for example, you know that you have to name 3 items while standing in front of the truck, this will help you remember that you may have forgotten something if you only remember 2 of them. Remember your acronyms: CBBD, cracked, bent, broken, damaged; abrasions, bulges, and cuts; brake lights, emergency lights, signal lights, and tail lights. Remember your keywords: no missing hardware, securely mounted, amongst many others. Also, pay special attention to any measurements or numbers as you learn, as these must be correct and are either incorrect or correct. So let's get them right early.
Hello, my name is Brandon. I'm the Director of Training here at Katlaw. As you get ready to watch our videos and start studying for your pre-trip as you take forth this journey to get your CDL, always keep one thing in mind. Every truck you get in will be a little bit different and stuff may change. But as watching our videos, you'll learn a very good basic step to prepare you for your next truck driving career.
Good afternoon. My name is Willie Sylvester, and my advice for the new students One of the things you must do is pay attention, listen, and you will learn something at Katlaw.
If you're studying for the test, I would always say your pre-trip, you gotta get that down. Number one, and repetition is the key. You wanna go over it every day, over and over and over again.
80% you, 20% them.
So the best advice I could give somebody is study in advance, study for the worst. And when it comes to coming close to test day, you wanna just make sure that you stay calm and collected. You don't want you overthinking stuff and getting in your own head, because you could be your own downfall.
Switching up as much as I can and trying it over and over and over again, and just trying to put myself in certain situations to where when it's time to do the actual test, I can be put in the situations that I know how to get out of.
My experience at Katlaw has been very, very eye-opening to what being inside a real truck is like. And I have really good instructors. They have a lot of patience. If you're like really struggling with something that you thought you were gonna be good at, they know how to break it down step by step.
Safety is #1 priority in these vehicles.
This video is for training students in Georgia in the United States to assist them to pass their CDL driving test. It may be beneficial for other students looking to learn to drive a truck in other states in the US and even around the world, but please know that the testing requirements will differ from state to state. This information is correct in 2023 at the time of publication, but testing requirements may very well change in the coming years ahead. On your test day, if you aren't driving equipment identical to what is shown in these videos, please consider what differences your test equipment has and ensure that you say what is shown here, applying it to the vehicles that you use.